In the tunnel.
In the tunnel.
In the tunnel. You're listening to In the Tunnel.
Hello and welcome to In the Tunnel, episode number 64.
There's a song about 64 that we can't say. We don't have anywhere near the clearance to play a Beatles song.
No way.
It's a shame because, I don't know. I was going to make a reference about what the Beatles did and what essentially they would have done during a quarantine era, which they basically did to make all their music. And how if we did the same thing, we would just get fined. Or not fined, but... So, hooray!
Yeah. Alright, anyway,
And we stay sober, relatively.
So we are getting right back and finishing up March Madness.
Yep. Middle of April. Perfect time.
Yeah, that's the time it normally ends, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, no. We are about a week past when it normally ends. But due to the times of quarantining, became the need to stretch things out as long as we could.
Okay.
Despite the fact that we only finished getting the last episode up like yesterday.
Yeah. So here we have Akron and Chattanooga. So we'll just see who gets the title, who gets to the title game.
Whoa. We must first go through the never-changing record of how Akron was 24-7 and Chattanooga was 20-13.
Okay, well, that doesn't count the games that they have won or lost in this tournament. Well, won.
Well, yeah, the websites that actually have credible information don't seem to count their tournament. They should, but,
Well, Akron gets to the title game. And then, for the other final, we have Western Michigan and Georgia State.
Alright, so Western Michigan is our 13-19 team out of the Mid-America. And Georgia State is, let's see here, 19-13 out of the Sun Belt. So Western Michigan is our lone losing record horse to hopefully ride to the championship game.
Okay, let's see.
Our only chance for, and there it is, yeah.
Western Michigan. You get your wish.
Well, not so much my wish as this is the only way that after what happened with Chicago State last year, that we have two straight losing record champions. And so here we are in the game of all games, the one that would have been a Final Four except for the fact that it didn't happen.
So yeah, we have in the title game.
In the tunnel title game.
Akron versus Western Michigan.
All right, Akron better than Western Michigan. We just went through this, so if people forget, Akron was like 24-7.
Yeah, but
and Western Michigan was like the opposite.
But for this game, we are going to wheel their scores, right?
Yep. Throw out all the rules, throw out all the records. This one's 0-0, as they say in games that are more meaningful.
So who gets to know their score first?
The higher seed would go first, which would be Western Michigan.
Okay.
The 9 seed, Western Michigan, versus the 15 seed, Akron. All right, and we spin the wheel. All right, and Western Michigan is going to put up a solid 92 points. We created a wheel that goes all the way from 60 to 100. Normally, the games don't go much, higher than really in the 60s, but since none of this is realistic anyway.
So then Akron gets their score. What do they get?
Akron, let's see here. 62. There you go. A solid 30-point blowout. And Western Michigan is your champion for 2020. And we'll probably find out this summer that they're going to discontinue their basketball program or something. So there you go. Go out on top. Michigan.
Yeah,
It
so
could have been anybody, and it was them. And just to recap here, the worst team in the Mid-American Conference at 13-19.
Oh, that's nothing, dude. Where's the 6-24 team?
Honestly, next year I'm hoping for a return of either Chicago State or an introduction to Kennesaw State, the one in 2018.
Oh God, okay.
If Kennesaw State, if they make the tournament, if they don't make at least the Sweet 16 or the round of 16, I should say, major disappointment.
Okay.
Because these are the expectations I have for my life.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess next episode we can go through Western Michigan's road to the championship.
Sure. Road to the championship. Can't wait to find out which dude on their team has a ponytail, because most losing college basketball teams normally have at least one.
Oh.
All right. Let's look through the roster here. Western Michigan basketball roster. I'm sure that none of this is going to be any help. Let's see.
How much of a help is it going to be, really?
I don't know, but let's see. It's already on the 2020-2021 basketball roster on their site, which is kind of disappointing.
I mean, isn't it going to basically be the same because they're letting all graduating seniors play next year?
For spring sports. Basketball, technically, no spring sport.
Really? Well, that's a...
Let's see. Nope, no ponytail. That's disappointing.
Oh. Okay.
But they do have a Canadian.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, they have 2 Canadians.
Oh.
Nothing says basketball like 2 Canadians on your roster.
All right. Well, now that this playoff is over, we're moving on to our next one.
Senor.
So yeah, we'll be doing the NHL playoffs. We'll be doing Eastern and Western Conference, and at least today will be the first round.
Yes, and this is purely based on the hypothetical 24-team playoff format.
Yeah,
that would have. We can always do something later with a 8-team format, but for the moment, we're still living in this alternate reality that was proposed via 3 sources about a month ago, and we're just gonna keep acting like that's true.
Yep.
Even though it's probably not. I mean, now's the time to get weird with it.
Yeah. So our first series is the Islanders and Blue Jackets. So the wheels, how these wheels work is it tells us who's going to win and in how many games.
Yep.
Then we'll break down the series based on how these performed against how we think they should have performed.
Sure, something like that.
All right, so Blue Jackets Islanders. Now, the Blue Jackets should technically win this because they have the higher seed.
And the Islanders win it in 4. Clean sweep.
But yeah.
And that's why we keep the wheel around. Because it's just that insanely stupid shit that keeps us wildly entertaining. All right, and let's look into the Islanders now and understand just why they are going to win in such a dominant fashion. So it's crappy internet pulls up everything.
I mean, you really don't expect this, but coming off of the Corona break, the Blue Jackets just couldn't pull it together in practice, so they just fizzled out.
Yep. So the Islanders' top point scorer is Barzal with 60 points, relatively low.
Mm-hmm.
Their top goal scorer is Brock Nelson. He has 26 goals, which not bad, but
that's not bad.
This is not the build of a dominant team. And then, it goes 2019, 18. They only have 9, 10-plus goals scored. And, I mean, does Derek Brassard really count?
No.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess, but no.
No.
What? He's not on the active roster anymore.
Yeah. Wait.
Whoops.
Anyway, what about the Jackets?
The Columbus Blue Jackets. Jeez, Sean. I don't know. Columbus Blue Jackets. All right. Wow. Okay, yeah. Islanders deserve to sweep them. Top point scorer is Pierre-Luc Dubois with 49 points.
Wait.
And their top goal scorer is Oliver Bjorkstrand with 21 goals.
Wait, no.
I mean, they do have 3 40-plus point scorers, but yeah. Their best player has got only 49, and he's a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
How's Nick Foligno on it, anywhere near the top of any payroll? He only has 31 points. Nick Foligno has one more point than a defenseman on his own team.
Do you remember when we had him on our fantasy team?
Yeah.
That didn't really work out.
Nah. Nope.
Well, I guess the rankings lie where the Islanders should be 8 then if they don't have that knockout scorer who can get above 50 even though... Yeah.
Wow. Well, wow. It's just, yeah.
All right. The next series is the one that you have the most vested interest in.
Who?
The Penguins versus the Canadiens.
Oh.
So, do you think Pens in 4?
Nah.
Canadiens in 7?
Sure. If not 5.
Really?
I mean, the wheel never predicts my teams to win anything.
Oh my god, dude.
Hold you. Right on the nose. That's 2 weeks in a row I've gotten one on the nose. Canadiens in 5.
Canadiens in 5. How could you?
I don't know. This one is The odds were better too.
Yeah.
Nothing will beat last week when I basically won an 80 chance of getting it right, and
Yeah.
I got it right. But let's see. The Canadians' 61 point scoring leader Tomas Tatar, and his infinite wisdom of, I thought he was way older, by the way. I thought he was like 34. He's 29.
Yeah, he's young.
Why did the Wings give up on him?
Dude, he was not working.
Yeah, well, it's the Red Wings. It's all like broken, like brake pads and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, what did they give up for 25 years of almost dominance, right?
Apparently a whole lot of Rugla. Let's see. Philip Denault with 47 points. And then it drops off from there.
Why don't we
Tatars,
just get to the stars of your team that just underperformed so heavily they could only win one game?
Oh, boy. Let me tell you. It's probably Malkin. It's probably going to be Malkin. It's probably going to be a lack of Patrick Marleau doing anything because he's not really a quote-unquote star anymore.
I said star. I didn't say Patrick Marleau.
Yeah, exactly. See, although Malkin does lead the team with 74 points.
But he just couldn't put up many points in this series?
Yeah. Sounds about right.
You can't expect to be losing these games like 5-4. You're probably losing these games like 2-1.
Oh, it's probably like Matt Murray's fault, let's be honest. Matt Murray can't pitch shutouts like he used to. In our defense, just absolute trash other than John Marino. Like, I'll throw Chris Letang under the bus, too. That dude cannot play both ways anymore. Not that he ever really did, but...
No Oli Mata.
Oli Mata's with the Blackhawks.
Yeah, no Oli Mata anymore. That's what I said.
Oli Mata was not great in the playoffs ever.
No. Alright.
In fact, in 2014... a lot of people blamed him for the reason that they lost to the Rangers.
Yeah. But hey, there goes all of our hope for a Pennsylvania playoff series.
My inevitable disappointment was, like I said, inevitable.
Alright, on to the next series. We got the Panthers and the Maple Leafs.
All right, let's do this. Let's do it to it and screw it.
All right, well, whatever that means.
I don't know, but I'm trademarking it and putting it in a scrapbook.
Well,
I got nothing better to do. Thanks for putting your phone on silent, by the way, Sean.
Yeah, I should. This wheel just loves the low numbers. Because the Panthers take this one in 4.
Oh, good thing I had the Maple Leafs pulled up. All right, the Florida Panthers proudly have Derek Brassard again. I just figured that he never left. Jonathan Huberdeau has 78 points. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Like, I pay attention to them.
Like...
Good news for them is Vincent Trocheck is top 10 in points for their team. That's really going to come in handy during playoff time when he's on the Hurricanes. Mike Hoffman is their top goal scorer with 29 goals. Hubert third in goals with 23, and Evgeny Dadonov with 25. They have 5 20-goal scorers. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
That counts to over 100 if you do the math. And then they got, a few more.
So then, aside from John Tavares, who underperformed on the Maple Leaf?
Oh, boy. Let's see. I'm going to guess Marner.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm going to go Tyson Barrie just because in terms of hype, there's not much more that you can give a defenseman only to watch him fall flat on his face, if I could talk. And that's pretty much all he's done this year. We gave him a try on our fantasy team. Absolute dog duty.
Yeah. What about like Nylander?
Eh, I mean, he's the fourth best player on the team, so
Oh, okay. Okay.
probably doesn't function without another star helping. So,
Yeah, true, true.
yeah, but there you have it. If
All
you
right.
could be Toronto, you would be not a winner.
All right.
Mike
So,
Babcock is still that coach? Jeez, I
yeah,
thought
dude.
we would have been fired by now.
No. All right. So on to the last first round matchup for the East.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Hurricanes and the Rangers. Uh,
I'm
any
not pulling
comments on this
anything
one
up.
before we go?
Yeah, I'm not pulling up any websites yet.
Okay, let's go.
All right, the Hurricanes.
All
All
right, the
right.
Hurricanes in 6.
They have not Cam Wards anymore.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Mm-hmm. Sebastian Aho is their leading scorer with 66 points and a major contract. He also has 38 goals. That's way more than I ever would have thought that he had.
Good.
And then Savesh, whatever his name is, the guy who got beaten up by Ovi, has 24 goals and 61 points.
Ah, okay. Those are pretty good top 2, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly. And then it falls off drastically from there.
Yeah, but when you have Aho and Svechnikov, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe Dougie Hamilton will come back for the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe. Well, no, wasn't he out the entire time?
Yeah, but the playoffs aren't going to be till like June.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Gensel might be back.
I mean, at that point, like, I would just sit out, though, because, like, it starts in June. It's going to take forever. Then you have the season starting in September, right?
Oh, yeah. Athletes well known for being smart.
True.
You nailed that one.
All right, so before we move on, right? To recap the East, we have next round we have the Bruins versus the Islanders, the Canadiens and the Flyers, the Capitals and the Panthers, and the Lightning and Hurricane. What's the one you're most looking forward to?
The one that ends in the Capitals losing. Or the Flyers losing. Or the Bruins losing. Literally anything but the Lightning.
Yeah. I was going to be
I don't give a shit if the Lightning win another game.
I was going to be like, I know you're not going to say the Hurricanes. I know you're going to say something about the Flyers losing.
I'll get salty about the Hurricanes if they get to round 3. But round 1 doesn't mean shit to me right now.
Yeah, and see, the Rangers
the
are
Hurricanes
out.
In their 1 cup. Ooh.
Yeah, and so for me, the Rangers are out. So, and now all I care about the Flyers should lose now.
Although the Islanders have those dumbass cocky fans too.
Yeah, but they're the Islanders. They haven't done anything in years.
Like, I'd still rather see the Islanders beat the Bruins than see the Bruins beat the Islanders.
Yeah.
Because I really, I'm sorry, I just can't do this whole like root for Boston thing anymore. It's gonna, because of the Patriots, it's gonna take like 20 years for anybody in the country who's not a Patriots or not Boston fan to be like, you know what, I'm really rooting for those underdogs now.
Yeah.
And it happened.
All right. Well, next week we will have these rounds along with the round 2 for the Western Conference, which we're going to do round 1 right now. So, on with it. The first match for round 1 of the Western Conference is the Canucks and the Predators.
I like the Canucks jerseys.
Okay.
Low key, one of my favorites.
Okay.
I like the color scheme. Yep, and yeah.
And no Canucks for you.
Yeah, well, Canuck you too. All right.
Anything to say about these guys?
Well, let's see. The Nashville Predators. Lo and behold, that page actually does load relatively quickly. Roman Yossi, a defenseman, is their top leading scorer. Wow, thank
Not
God
surprising.
they poured all. Oh, thank God they gave Duchesne all that money. So yeah, 65 points for their leading scorer, and then it drops off. Philip Forsberg has 48. This is a team that does not deserve to win. Not a chance.
Where's Duchesne, by the way?
I don't know, but their leading goal scorer, Forsberg, only has 20. Shane has 13 goals in 66 games this year.
Oh.
Well worth over 10.5 a year, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's amazing how stupid GMs are.
Really? Eh.
By the way, my camera froze, so that's cool.
Yeah, so we have a frozen camera, but your mic is fine, which is weird.
Well, we're just gonna keep going then, I guess.
Yeah. All right. You want to go through any of the Canucks players?
I would love to do nothing more, and I'm back.
Yep.
I figured it out on my own. This is the help desk at work. Turn your camera off and put it back on again. All right, we're working. All right, call me back if you need anything else. On the Canucks side, yeah, the Vancouver side, eh? Not the Vancouver Blazers that went extinct in 1975.
Wait.
I'm on Hockey Reference, man. JT Miller's, wow, he's only 26. Wow, 72 points. Good for him.
Yeah. But didn't do enough in this series.
Nope,
Hey.
Neither did Elias Pettersson.
Yeah, but we weren't expecting much.
Nope. I mean, them making the playoffs, upgrade from last year.
Yeah. Besser.
Chris Tanev.
Yeah.
The other Tanev, they are brothers.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. That's all I have to say.
All right, on to the second matchup, which is the Stars and Blackhawks.
Oh boy, this is destined to be the Blackhawks, right? You
man,
think.
I hope not.
You gotta think. And I'm wrong. All right, here we go. Dallas Stars.
Thank you, Wheel.
All right, the Minnesota North Stars. No.
Well, close enough.
The Soviet All-Stars? What?
Okay, no.
Why
is
is
the
that on
best
the
thing.
site? No, I'm sorry. Slight segue here. The Soviet All-Stars need to be looked into.
Yeah. Wait.
They finished 8th out of 10 spots in 1978-79. They went 4-1-1. Somehow finished 8th out of in that.
Wait, what?
In 77-78, they went 3-4-1. All right, let's see what their career leaders are. Oh boy. Shit. How the fuck am I supposed to pronounce any of these?
Dude.
Alexei Volchenkov. 14 games played. Alexander Volchkov, 6 goals in about 15 games maybe.
Your face was hilarious.
That's why we fixed the camera. First of all, half the team is named Alex in some variation, Vladimir or Igor. I'm looking at the top 20 goal scorers. I see Alex in some different capacity in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different spots.
Great.
Let's see. Then you've got Zen. Oh boy, Sean, I'm gonna copy this over to you. You're gonna have to let me know if you can pronounce this. So I'll get ready for that. Let me know when you see that one, Sean.
No.
I think it's, let's see if there's a pronunciation guide here. And there's not. Okay. Zinetula Bilyaletdinov.
Oh, God.
I'm hoping it's anywhere near correct. Wow. That's just... We might have a name for the episode.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to call the episode that guy's name.
Zinetula Bilyaletdinov.
I mean, it's basically if I, just hit a button. Okay, cool. Here we go.
All right, well, on to the Minnesota North Stars, please.
Oh, right. No, the Dallas Stars. Wow. Yeah. No, the Dallas Stars, not Starts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, look, Alexander Radulov is hurt due to illness on March 7th. The illness is he's a cancer. Let's see, their top scorer is Tyler Seguin with 50 points. That'll get it done. With a 120 goal scorer at 20 goals. The whole Corey Perry thing, Corey Perry and Joe Pavelski not really working out. They have a combined 19 goals on the season. That's why you signed them to 3-year deals, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This
Great
team is
GM
not winning
tactics
a game.
right there, man.
This team is not winning a game. I'm sorry. I disagree with the wheel. This team.
But maybe it's not that the team scores a lot to win the games. It's just that they have goaltending.
Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop is having a pretty good year.
Yeah.
92% on the saves, 2.5 goals allowed per game, 21 wins, 16 losses though.
Yeah. What about their backup?
Anton Khudobin. First of all, both their goaltenders are 33. That's probably not great. Khudobin's save percentage is 93.
930.
Sure. Who gives a fuck? And he's got goals against of 2.22.
All right.
So look out for that .22 goal. Once that thing hits the line. Likely not to go over.
All right. Well, hey, they managed to beat the Blackhawks in.
Well, yeah. Look, we don't need to get into the looking up of the Blackhawks statistics to know that it's basically just a bunch of pictures of dumpsters in a table format.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Old dumpsters.
Yeah, old dumpsters with huge contracts. So.
Yep.
Can't win them all.
What?
Can't win them all.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one, which is the Coyotes and the Flames.
Oh, Coyotes.
I hope Coyotes.
The sad thing is they were actually having a decent year despite the fact that Phil Kessel and Taylor Hall have been absolute trash since they got there.
Yep, well, good enough to win a round and upgrade the third round pick they gave the Devils to a second.
All right, well, must have been a playoff Kessel. You know, the one that doesn't fake injuries.
Yeah. And MVP caliber Hall.
Yeah. I'd say like second round caliber Hall.
Okay. Good enough for me.
Like second round of the playoffs caliber.
Good enough for me.
Yep. And then there's the Flames, who basically just rely on aging defensemen.
Yeah.
None of this requires research. It's just all common knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, they just
doomed
fizzled
to fail.
out.
Doomed to fail.
Yeah.
Is James Neal doing any good anymore?
I don't know. I think it was okay.
Well, he's on the Oilers now, but we're going to get there, eventually, like next week anyway.
Yep.
He started off with like that really hot start.
Yeah. And then he kind of mellowed out, I think.
Yeah, 31 points, 19 goals. Yeah. Anyway, back on topic for whatever we're talking about.
Which will be the next round, or the next series, which is the Jets and the Wild.
We're not talking about Easter bunnies taking craps on like somebody's lawn.
No.
Okay. Well, where's the shot? Oh, by the way, Mike Smith still being on the team is kind of weird.
You didn't know that?
No, I knew that it was there. The guy's 37. Stop playing him like he's the number one goaltender. All right, the Winnipeg Jets.
The Winnipeg Jets win it in 5.
All right, the Winnipeg Jets currently 4th in the NHL Central Division. Kyle Connor and Mark Scheifele both tied for first with 73 points. Goddamn, that's high. Then they have Blake Wheeler and Patrick Laine both in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nikolaj Ehlers is 58, not
Isn't
far
it
behind.
Ehlers?
Who cares? If they want to put a pronunciation guide anywhere near, I'll gladly pronounce it right.
Okay.
Kyle Connor has 38 goals, Scheifele 29, Laine 28, Ehlers 25.
So they score a lot.
Definitely have a lot. Yeah, they score a lot. The problem is Hellebuck gives up 2.6 a game with a 92 save percentage, but their backup, should Hellebuck get hurt, 89.5 on the save percentage and gives up over 3 a game.
Jeez. Well, so, that's probably why they're number 7 in this rankings and not, 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to think so.
Yeah. All right. What about any notable letdowns of the Wild aside from Suter and Parise?
Well, their GM.
Also, just them getting lucky to make the playoffs this year, that they had to expand the format.
Exactly. Yeah, that's always good. Let's see here. I'm sure Alex Galchenyuk. Excuse me, probably a very bright spot in the lineup, despite the fact that he's not. All right, let's see. Kevin Fiala was their top point scorer. Ryan Suter, despite being 35, was number 2, even though he's a defenseman. Yep. Eric Stahl, 47 points. Top goal scorer, Parise, is still putting up 25 goals. And they have Fiala with 23, and then it kind of flames out after there.
Okay.
Yeah, not great stuff, but they're kind of like in that stagnant world. Also, Devin Dubnyk kind of lost the starter role.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Stalock, 91 save percentage, 2.67 goals allowed.
I mean, with the team they're fielding, that's pretty good.
It is, but it won't mean anything in the playoffs.
Yeah, because the team they're fielding.
It would be trash either way.
Yep. All right. So for the Western Conference second round, we have the Blues and the Predators, the Oilers and Stars, Knights, Coyotes, and the Avalanche and Jets. Looking forward to any of these series?
Sure.
Which?
All of them.
I don't know. I'd like to see a Blues Predator series. That's about it.
Wow, you want to see them eat the Blues? Eating musical notes? This is the only year where you can make jokes about like the team names, and it'd be like, well, why not? It's not like anything else is going to determine things.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, just a final recap. We had the Islanders, Canadians, Panthers, and Hurricanes win their first round matchups from the NHL from the Eastern. And the Predators, Stars, Coyotes, and Jets win their first round matchups from the Western Conference.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say?
Go Coyotes.
Any insight that you want to leave us with?
No. Oh, we were going to talk about baseball.
We were? Okay.
Just to really quick, we heard last week of that hypothetical scenario where the MLB season may start basically with every team playing in spring training stadiums out in Arizona and having all the teams live in hotels. And there's been different reactions to it. Notably, one MLB player who I don't remember who said basically like, that deep in Arizona, things don't tend to live out there, which is kind of an interesting take because why would they build stadiums in places where people can't live?
Yeah.
It's not like there aren't grocery stores or anything, but I think it's a weird look.
I'm assuming people can live out there, they just don't.
Correct. It's the perfect place for a deserted stadium. Not so much 30 teams and their staff members to play in deserted stadiums.
Right.
So, I mean, in baseball is one of those things where you just send everybody home. Because only
MMA
true
like
base...
looking at getting a private island or something.
Yeah, and then they ended up like shutting anyway.
Yeah.
Because the MMA guy Dana White was like, it's out of my hands, which I don't know that that's possible, but they're weird times. Honestly, it is what it is.
Yeah.
MLB is the one sport where I'd be happy for a couple days and then just go back to thinking that there's no sports anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the MLB season is so long.
Yeah, it's not really necessary to send everybody out to Arizona to watch the ratings drop after 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 weeks might be the smallest sample size for an MLB season that you need. And this year, it's that all eyes would be on you kind of thing, where you have that instant high where the ratings are really good and dips out so quickly. So
yeah,
I just don't see it being sustainable.
I'd agree.
And what is it? Then the NFL draft. Do you think that that's going to go smoothly? It being virtual.
I don't think so.
Well, let's just hope that nobody's.
I mean, I just think that some team's going to complain technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, for sure. Some team's not going to get their pick in like the 10 minutes, and they're going to say, "Well, no, we had it in."
Yeah, but like, I understand they're going to do it. I hope that doesn't happen, but it's going to happen.
And that's how the Giants are going to get the 99th prospect in the at number 4 overall.
Yeah.
Their guy went number 3, and they just like had an absolute train wreck of tech luck that basically went from moving the number 4 pick to like the 27th pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. And then yeah, like I said, I'll be interested to see how the prospects and everybody does with this. I'm willing to bet someone is going to get fired. I mean, NASCAR was doing virtual races. One driver, and keep in mind, not a real race, but a virtual race, spit out a racial slur and got fired the next day. That day being today. So, I mean, imagine what it's going to be like when, everything on the line for, some franchises' futures are there. Yep. And this isn't like a fake draft. This is the real thing. Mm-hmm. I could see some slip-ups vocally happening for sure.
Okay.
Oh, and apparently Roger Goodell is hosting a draft in his basement, and they're doing virtual simulations of each team's fan bases on like a green screen behind him.
Oh God!
Which is going.
This is just getting worse.
It's going to be the first time ever that Roger Goodell says we're simulating the experience as accurately as possible. You just know this is going to be the first time that the fans aren't booing him talking to the stage.
You know it.
I was like, yeah. We'll see. I'd love to see Roger Goodell just standing next to like a washing machine in the basement.
They wouldn't let that
happen.
And
like the Atlanta Falcons pick, and he just pulls up the jersey with like the blank number 1 on it for the first round pick, and he just lays it on the washing machine.
Oh God!
It's just like here. It's like if it was Sidney Crosby's dryer that he shot at as a kid. Got drafted in the NHL in like the second round.
Yeah.
This is just this beaten up appliance that doesn't work anymore. You got picked by the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh God.
So yeah, I'm ready for that.
All right. Well, more discussions next time, I guess.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Yeah. Absolutely.